Alright guys, so today Chris Osberg and I are here out at Ross Lake in Beaverton, Michigan, driving the Focus RS on a ice race event. We're here with the, Saginaw Region SCCA.
Yep.
All the stars aligned for this today. It's amazing that this all worked out. We haven't had an ice race in probably about 2 years here in Michigan just because it hasn't been cold enough.
So with ice racing, the conditions are so variable. You never know if you're going to have glare ice or if you're going to have a little bit of snow on top to give you some traction. We're just running regular winter tires today. We're not running studded tires or anything. So it's definitely a practice of,
that RX-7's
dexterity.
out there in studs.
Yeah, there's an RX-7 out there in studs just tearing it up. But Ford was gracious enough to lend us his Focus RS with a bunch of Ford performance parts on it. And it's going to be a lot of fun to drive today. I think this is it's going to be a great opportunity for us, Chris, to really work on our car control, have a little fun, make some noise.
Yeah.
And play with this drift stick.
I know, we have the drift stick, which is awesome. We'll explain all that a little bit later, but the drift stick is, I don't know how useful it's going to be today, but it's just going to be fun to engage drift stick.
Yes, well,
yeah.
It's a toy. I mean,
It is a toy.
I said it to Chris before, I think the sole purpose of this car is to be fun. I mean, it's going to be fast and it's going to be competitive, but above all, this car is just so amusing, right? The noises it makes, the drift
all the pops
stick,
and crackles, and
manual transmission, it's just fun to drive. I like the assortment of vehicles we have out here. I mean, everything from Volvo wagons to exotic R8s. It's pretty cool.
GTO coming across the finish line.
There we go. There's that LS motor.
There it is. There you go.
Let those ponies eat.
It's loud.
Is it loud?
It's very loud.
Hop on in. Let's go.
All right. Oh yeah, very sideways.
We'll find some grip.
Way out here.
What you got to do sometimes.
Having a battle with the windshield wipers. Nicely done, Chris. Ventured where no man has gone.
Feel the grip.
Yeah, that's a lot of it. Feel the island. Feel the grip.
Island grip.
There's another one. Yeah, I just want to be so sideways.
I'm enjoying the sideways.
Yeah, it's good. It's not a bad way to be.
Drift stick. How's the back stretch? We can stretch the legs a little bit. Is kind of non-existent right now, and I think the classes running before us will brush off all the snow, so it's going to be super slick when we go out there, but you can't really lose. It's a lot of fun, so we're going to go have at it.
So after doing an initial run in the Focus RS, just a sighting lap, just a test lap around the lake, we can confirm that the drift stick is awesome. It kind of takes a little bit to get used to. The timing is just a little bit delayed. Once you get used to it, it's just fine. It works fantastic because you could actually apply power while the drift stick is pulled. To engage the drift stick, you have to be in drift mode, naturally, and stability control has to be completely off. So you're gonna press the button for about 5 seconds or so, and it'll completely disable stability and traction control, and the car is just a peach. It's completely sheer ice out there. It's totally slick. There's very, very little traction out there. Ooh, there's an Audi R8. And so you really, really get to feel for the car and how the all-wheel drive system reacts and how to balance it. The car is really, really good to drive out in these conditions. As you would, I mean, obviously it's going to be good to drive, but it's really easy to balance. It's nice and smooth. All the little pops and braps from the exhaust system sound really good. And we got a bunch of compliments from people saying that this car just sounds great.
Drift stick. No traction to be had.
None.
Traction, we have 0 of it.
Though the ice isn't terribly brushed off.
No, it's not polished yet.
No.
In fact, that feels like a decent amount of traction.
Yeah. I do like the drift stick.
I'm starting to see more value in it.
Yeah.
Okay, right here it's polished. This is brutal.
I'm gonna stay a little bit on the outside here.
Oh, there goes the hard 7. Nice and tidy, Chris. Nice and tidy.
Nice and tidy.
Alright, better find traction quick. There we go.
Right to the outside. Somehow, like, there's just a ton of grip there. That's great. Right at the outside of that corner. Braking. Just gonna keep it nice and tight here. Less distance we have to go slowly, the less distance we have to go slowly.
Yep. There's patience here. It's just gonna slide.
I will say this Focus RS slides like it's almost like I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Yeah, I'm gonna take this line right here. Try it.
Yep. I agree.
I think there's more grip here than we think, but maybe because we're not turning a lot. This is just off throttle.
Nice work.
All right.
Uh-oh. What did you do?
I don't know.
Oh no! Amos!
All-wheel drive fault, service required. Shit.
If I'm front wheel drive, that's a dirty trick, Amos.
I know.
You finish a run, and then you leave me with front wheel drive. I think if you key cycle, it'll be okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened there was very interesting. We found out the next day while drifting the Focus RS at M1 Concours that the car would go into limp mode if you keep the revs really, really high while drifting, i.e. not banging off the rev limiter, but basically just keeping the revs just a little bit lower between 4,000 to 5,000 RPM. Now the reason for this is there aren't actual temperature sensors in the differential in the rear, so that the car has to assume that it's overheating given the driving conditions. It's never going to overheat in actuality on the snow and the ice. There just isn't enough friction. But the car thinks that since you're using high revs, you're on a high friction surface, and you could potentially be overheating something. This is a little bit of a fault in the Focus RS, but Ford has put their money into the brakes, the seats, the overall performance of this car. So if you drive with this in mind, you can slide your Focus RS around happily all day in the snow and the ice without the car going into limp mode. Once you restart this car, everything is totally fine. It was just a little bit annoying on this day of ice racing because we didn't really know how everything worked.
third run. We're gonna clean it up a little bit. We've been driving a little bit dirty.
Riding dirty, yes.
We've been riding dirty.
A little bit rowdy.
We're gonna clean it up.
Can be fun, but not the fastest way around the course. Out of the hole.
This might be the boring video. I'm just gonna keep it tight, keep it real sideways.
Real sideways. Focus RS only knows how to go sideways.
This might be fast, guys. Who knows? I already feel quicker than before.
Shortest distance.
Shortest distance.
Man, you're using the brakes? I never used the brakes.
I know. That's why we have a drift stick!
Probably why I was way off in the weeds.
Yeah, off throttle, you just get a bunch of front end grip. Look at that. You just kind of balance it right here. It's super boring. Just stay right above ABS, or maybe even just break into straight line here. Yeah.
See what happens.
See what happens. See this line right here?
Mm-hmm.
This is good, no snow. We're gonna slow it down. Drift stick.
Drift stick activated.
Yes. Just do a little bit of.
I think this is good.
A little bit of slideways.
I think this is really good.
I'm feeling traction. I'm feeling grip. This is strategy, ladies and gentlemen. We only need one fast run. These aren't combined. Okay, I'm gonna let off throttle here, cut in as tight as I can. It's gonna be tough though. This is super slippery. There we go.
Got this one. You got this one.
We're doing it. We're holding. We have lots of restraint. You know, race car drivers need a little bit of restraint.
Lots of restraint, lots of patience.
And this is a tight one, isn't it? So we can do a little Scandinavian flick into drift stick. Of course, and then another Scandinavian flick, double Scandinavian flick.
Double Scandinavian flick to nearly reverse entry.
Yep, good.
I like it, Amos.
I think the wheel.
Like it.
I think the wheel's straight. I don't know. I can't tell.
This is going to be a tough act to follow.
This is going to be a tough one. Here we go. We've got another. This is just going to be nice and tidy. I might go for that. I might go for this line right here. We're going to keep it nice and tidy. Maybe even decelerate a little bit. There we go. Just like an autocross, except slower. And accelerate through. And brakes.
And then slide forever.
Yeah. I'm gonna try just.
You're gonna slide straight?
I'm gonna try.
Come on, Amos.
I'm just gonna make this the most boring run ever.
Oh. At least we got some burbles and pops from the exhaust.
Yeah, that's right.
Whoop. I don't know why it's so sleepy over here. There's snow. Hear that? Sounds great. Good job. There you go. Good save. Good recovery.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you do a fast run in the Focus RFs with drift stick.
That was great.
Drift stick.
Yeah, that is for getting it.
Getting it. Oh, he took them all out. A collective cone catch.
That's if you're the event organizer, you can do that.
That's right. That was a fun one. It's not bad. That's proper. That's pretty good. That's how we do. Last run of the day. This is where it all comes together. Everything I've learned in my entire life is coming to this point. This is the moment of truth. Will I prevail or will I fail? That is the question. We will definitely go sideways.
Sideways will be had.
And drift stick may be engaged. I'm gonna keep it on the inside here. We're just gonna
inside and tight.
We're gonna keep it tight. Get it right, get it tight. There we go. That's what I like. That's the way.
That was not bad.
We're learning, Chris. We are learning, except I don't know which way the wheel is straight. There we go. We got it. Stay on the inside here. It's nice and grippy. Oh, yeah. Feel that traction. Feel that traction. Forward momentum. Okay, I'm going to shut up now. This is good. Got to concentrate. It's feeling fast.
Yeah.
Chris, this is a little bit quicker now.
It's good. It's good. The island section is so critical though.
Yeah. So how did you do this last time?
I just kept it inside and I kept the power down.
Okay.
I just kept it through here sideways.
Nice. All right.
Kept it out of no man's land.
We're gonna do the same thing.
Yep.
Let it run out a little bit more here. Once you let off throttle, it does gain a little bit of grip, which is nice. We're gonna cut this in tight here.
Yeah, see, I got it in no man's land out here. That was my mistake.
We can just shoot this straight as can be. Yeah, we're just gonna cut it in nice and tight here.
There you go.
There it is.
That's where you gotta be.
And then maybe, I don't know. I mean, I don't know really where I'm going or what I'm doing. This was maybe a little bit too tight.
I think you need more sideways though.
I think more sideways. Definitely some drift stick. It's okay, we got it. We have the technology. A little far out, but you know what?
Sideways on demand.
Your parents were pretty far out. They were probably hippies. The RS doesn't seem to be cracking and popping as much as it did.
So we're not doing much overrun. We're kind of on and off.
I guess so. All right, I'm gonna take the slalom on this side this time. That might be a fatal mistake. Drive mode selection not available.
Oh no, the all-wheel drive is failing you.
All-wheel drive fault. That's not good.
Amos, you keep breaking it.
I know. Service required. Oh, it's in limp mode. Dang it!
Oh.
Well, that still felt like a pretty fast run.
Glad it happened at the end.
Well, today I will tell you the Focus RS was a blast to drive. Really fun. We're gonna see how the times were actually. We're gonna go see how fast we were today and how we stacked up against the competition. A lot of Audis here, a lot of S4s, a lot of Quattro. The only forward all-wheel drive system, and I will say it did let me down just once, which was a good run. I don't think I lost too much time though, but we'll see how it does. Chris, how'd the times come together?
So I want to go back. I want to be able to go back. I got the fastest.
You got the best of all of us?
That is amazing.
How'd we do, Chris?
You got me by 2 seconds, buddy.
Hey, all right, I'll take it.
There he is, he got the mug.
So at the end, we had redemption for the Focus RS. I did manage to do a 176, which was the fastest time in stock all-wheel drive. Pretty happy with that. And great times today. We both had a lot of fun. Chris, did you have a good time?
I had a great time. Thanks, Chris. It was a whole lot of fun.
We always do these fun things in Ford products. And
Ford supports us on this, yes.
Big thanks to my buddy Matt at Ford Performance. He's hooked us up a couple of times. I think the Focus RS will be a good way to kick off 2018.
Absolutely.
Maybe we'll have to do a little bit more raptoring one of these days too.
Yes.
I think that'll be good.
A Raptor would have been a whole lot of fun out here. We might have to do a comparison.
Blast. Yeah. Raptor versus Focus RS versus
Tough call.
Ford GT ice racing.
Ford GT ice.
Just get to the whole Focus Performance lineup. Maybe GT350R on studs. That'd be great.
That might be wicked, yes.
All right, guys, we're gonna end the video there. Thanks again for watching. Cheers.